What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Life with Lo. I am bringing you a recipe video. Listen, so many people ask me how I make my macaroni and cheese. Girl, like 5 different ways. I decided to go ahead and share one of my favorite recipes with everybody, okay? So let's get started. Off camera, I went ahead and shredded up all of the cheese. I shred my cheese. I don't use pre-shredded, and here's why. If you buy blocks of cheese and you buy a bag of pre-shredded cheese, you'll notice that pre-shredded cheese usually has like this white powdery substance on it. That white powdery substance is a preservative, and that preservative doesn't really help the cheese to melt the way natural cheese would. So if you just shred your own cheese, your cheese will melt a lot easier. So don't be lazy, boo. We don't do lazy. Just shred your own cheese, okay? I got some Colby Jack, some sharp cheddar, extra sharp cheddar, regular white cheddar, and Gruyere cheese, okay? So, first thing I do when I make my macaroni and cheese is I make a roux. A roux is basically a little thick paste that you make with a fat and some flour. Whew, I forgot for a second. The fat that I'm gonna use is Irish butter. I'm gonna put a nice chunk of butter into my pan, and I'm just gonna let it melt down, all right? I'm just gonna use all this butter, girl, okay? And I like my macaroni and cheese to be creamy, okay? Girl, if your macaroni and cheese is not creamy, your man is not gonna love you. And, you know, go ahead and comment below if you wanna see any specific recipes. I got you. My goal is to do one recipe a month, okay, on this channel. All right, so here we go. That butter is nice and melted, so we're gonna start adding the flour, and we're gonna whisk the flour in. Whisk as you add because you don't want it to be too chunky. Whisk, whisk, whisk. So you're gonna let your roux cook down until it becomes like this nice brown color. And then we're gonna start adding our whole milk and our whipping cream. Now, if you are not a pro, I'm gonna show you a trick to help you to see if your roux is thick enough. You don't want it to be too thick, but you don't want it to be too thin, okay? And it's okay that it's cooking down, because you really want it to cook down to a nice brown color. Mine is still nice and golden, so it's fine. But just lay a spoon in there, and you see that? It's sticking to the spoon. So that's a thickness that you desire right there. So I've already made the noodles. I boiled the noodles. I only boil my noodles for 5 to 7 minutes. Don't cook your noodles all the way, because then you're gonna have overcooked macaroni and cheese. And now that I've added my milk, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat up a little bit. The importance of whisking is because you do not want this to clump up. If you add the milk to your roux and you're not whisking, it is going to clump up. And that's gonna throw the entire texture of your macaroni and cheese off. No, we ain't got time for wrong texture. This is gonna be a late dinner. So sorry to the fam and my little sis Leah. Shout out to her because she is helping me tonight, y'all. It pays off, and it helps so much to have an extra set of hands helping you out. So thank you so much, little girl. I love you. All right, so the next step is, once this sauce is thick, how I like it, it's sticking right to the back of the spoon. That's perfect. All right, so I have added all of the cheese to my cheese sauce. Y'all look at this cheese sauce. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Woo, creamy, thick, and cheesy, just how we like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and season. I season with paprika. Get some smokiness in that junk. Some pepper. Some garlic powder. You want your macaroni and cheese to have flavor, y'all, okay? Just to bring those flavors out. It's levels to this, boo. It's levels to this, boo. And I will tell you all, when you start to add your cheese, you're gonna wanna go to a low heat. So when it's time to add the cheese, turn that temperature down. The cheese is going to melt beautifully because that base is already nice and steamy and hot, and you don't wanna burn your cheese. Do y'all hear that? Do y'all see that? Make sure you taste it, guys, because 9 times out of 10, you're gonna need some more salt. All right, y'all, lastly, I'm adding my secret ingredient. This ingredient takes the creaminess of your macaroni and cheese over the top. And that secret ingredient is Campbell's Cheddar Cheese Soup. Child, I'm telling you, it takes the creaminess to a whole nother level. Literally, just drop it right in there. Mix it on in on low heat. All right, I got that cheddar cheese soup all up in there, y'all. Look at that. That took the creaminess to a whole nother level. And now it's ready to be put in a pan. I'm gonna add all of these cheeses on top to make the most beautiful crust ever. The most beautiful crust ever. Butter your pan so that you don't have a hard time washing it after you bake your macaroni and cheese. Pro tip. You see that? It's still buttering up. We're gonna take the skillet. Look at there. Here we go, y'all. Dump your mixture right in. It's so creamy and smooth, it's gonna go right in, girl, okay? If it don't go right in, then you did something wrong, and don't say that you got my recipe. You want a nice even spread. This is going to be good. The crust be the best part of the macaroni and cheese, so you have to make a good crust, y'all. Just like that, corner to corner, spread out. I'm gonna take some paprika and just lightly sprinkle it on top. I'm gonna take some pepper and just lightly sprinkle some on top. And this macaroni and cheese is going into the oven at 375 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes. And we'll look at it when it's done. All right, y'all, this macaroni and cheese has come out of the oven. Look at this. Look at this macaroni and cheese. Like, do y'all see this? Oh my gosh. Now hear me out. This is how I like my crust, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys with my clean finger. If you touch my crust, it's nice and crispy and crusty. I let my macaroni and cheese bake for 25 minutes. You can go up to 35 to 40 minutes, depending on how brown you want your crust to be. This is how I like my crust. Some people like their crust more cheesy and not as crispy. Some people like theirs extra brown and extra crispy. Boo, do you. It's up to you. And there you have it, y'all. That's my cheesy, creamy, decadent macaroni and cheese. That's it. All right, y'all, you know what? I just had to show you the full dinner. This is what went with the macaroni and cheese. Crab stuffed salmon, the mac and cheese, ooh, and broccoli. Ooh, look at that, y'all. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. You already know what to do. If you're new to this channel, by now, you should already be ready to subscribe. Go ahead and do that. What you waiting for? Go ahead and like, leave comments down below. Let me know for real. Anything you guys want me to cook, I'm telling you, I do it all. I do it all. All right, we'll see you next week on Life with Love.